Hi, welcome to the last reading rush reading vlog. I always do this. I don't know why I do it. I just, every time I do it, I'm like, when I look back at the videos. It's almost 3 o'clock. Oh my god, it's 4 o'clock. Jesus Christ. In 1 hour, I'm doing the 4-hour reading sprint on my channel. They're not ready. I am trying to come up with a way where I can prepare some food and eat without disrupting the live stream. I'm thinking maybe I should order some pizza. But I'm not really hungry now. I feel like I just ate breakfast. I ended up completely missing my alarm and sleeping in until 11, and then I read with Chloe until 12, and then I've been editing my video ever since, and then I went crazy on some photos, especially like the thumbnail of this vlog. Like, I just spiraled. Like, I'm too much, and I try sometimes to like tone it down because I know like people look at the thumbnail and they're like, there's too many elements, Will, and I'm like, I know, but I just can't help it. Like, it's, yeah, I wish I could make it aesthetic, but like, aesthetics are just not my thing. I don't know if I've said this before, but like, I hate the word aesthetic. Like, it makes me want to gag for several reasons. I'll talk about that some other time because that's completely irrelevant. But yeah, I look so cute today. If you don't think I look nice, like, you're kidding yourself. Also, if anyone's wondering, this is what my eyebrows look like after, I think, 2 days of not shaving. It looks like stubbles. Also, no, I remember, okay. I remember that there are actually vlogging challenges. Forgot there was. I did the first one, the coffee challenge on the first one, and then there's one with matching your outfit to your book. But I'm gonna be real with you guys. This is the cover of one of the books, and this is the other, and they're both super dark, and I just like don't rock dark colors. Like, I can't wear black, and these books are both like kind of dark, and I don't even have dark blue clothes. I don't have dark purple clothes. Like, I don't have anything of the clothes, but I guess like purple headband, yellow hair. I'm clearly failing this, but and the second one, maybe I'll do that one later, but it's my favorite bookish memory. I have not so many like big ones. I feel like this is the wrong time to talk about it because it's just gonna be one long clip of me doing stuff. I know people want like spread out variety, people get bored. That's what social media does to us. My favorite bookish memory, one of them is definitely when I went to a signing of, actually Moon Book, you recommended this book to me, The Circle. It is actually a Swedish book. I didn't know if you do that, and I knew that, and I read it when I was maybe 10 years old. It was super popular in Sweden, and now there's a Swedish movie about it. You should read the book. The book is actually really amazing. It's translated to English. It's called The Circle in English, in Swedish Cirkeln, and the author Sara Bergman Elfgren. I went to a signing with her and the other author of that book, and it was such a good time. You could ask questions, and I also bought the book, the comic book, They there, which you should also check out. It's really good, and it's more of like a graphic novel actually. And I got to meet both illustrator and Sara, and they had a really good talk, and I really liked that. That was really fun. I love doing my Harry Potter cosplay every year at the local science fiction bookstore, like literally last year, and I won 2 years in a row now. Didn't I just say in my last vlog that I've never won anything? I think that's the only thing I won. I'm like really good at cosplay, like no joke. Clearly I feel very good about myself today. I don't know what got into me. I think it's these colors. Like, colors just make me feel good inside. And that was really fun. I love going to like Bokmässan, which is like a book con in Sweden every year, and usually there's lots of Swedish people going there, but there was one time there was this event called Breakfast with Frankenstein. So you got a croissant and you got a free cup of coffee, and people just talked about the cultural impact of Frankenstein in the book, and Frankenstein is one of my favorite books of all time, and it was just such a cozy time. And I remember being tired and just sitting there. It was like this small group and these people talking about Frankenstein, and it was just such a cozy time, and I think that is my favorite bookish memory. I also I enjoy the reading rush. I enjoy like every day I upload a video and people comment what they're reading, their bookish stuff. I love getting book recommendations, talking about books. I love going on Instagram every day and seeing book posts about book love. Like, so like every single day there's a great bookish memory, and I just love books and reading and the community so much, and when you interact with other people when it comes to books, like, that is the most fun. That was like a long scattered answer. Yeah. I'm in the middle of a live stream. I put myself on mute. Oh, no one can hear me. But yeah. It's been 3 hours and 40 minutes. I finished The Danish Girl, I'll talk about that. And I still have quite a bit to read in this one. It's been fun. People have been popping in and out. 1,712 is how many pages I would have read when I finished the reading rush, but it only says this much. So somehow along all these days, I have missed out on some pages. So I'm wondering where I should put those, because I want it to be correct. So I was curious, right? Also, I just finished my live stream 1 hour ago. It was a really good time. I really needed it. I thought it was nice to hold myself accountable, so I actually got some reading done. I think other people enjoyed it too. I just like having company when I'm reading, for me and for others watching. I feel like it's mutual. So I'm really happy I did that, and I had a really good time, and the thing is up on my channel still. If anyone needs company of reading at any time, there's a 4-hour long plus video on my channel of the live stream reading. And I also, out of curiosity, I ended up going back on my old videos and checking how many pages I read the previous years, because I was really curious, because I felt like I did bad this year, but like I also read 1,700 pages, so like I feel like bad is very subjective. But one year, I'll insert the clips of me reacting to those clips right now. So I'm really happy about that. I read 1,371 pages, and which means that in total this week I read 1,768 pages, which means that during the entire booktubeathon I have read 2,178 pages. What? Let's just take a moment to... What? Who are you? Because never in my life can I have imagined reading that much. Like, I'm not a quick reader. So yeah, it's pretty shocking that 1 year I read more than 2,000 pages. I was like, holy shit. And I actually spent 7 hours a day just plowing through books, which is really, like, really impressive to me. I literally have only done this live stream today. Like, that's everything I've been doing. I did also order pizza and ate it on the live stream, and everyone's like, I want pizza now. Reading and rabbit bonding. Woohoo! So, The Danish Girl, I am happy I read this. It definitely has like more thoughts and things than the movie, but the movie is really good. And everything that happens in the book also happens in the movie, and they're very similar. So if you've seen the movie, like, you don't really need to read the book, to be honest, but I obviously like the book a lot. It made me think a lot. It made me think about, this was almost 100 years ago, which makes me think that, imagine what the labels and words that we're going to be using for gender and sexuality is going to be in like 100 years. Like, I can't even imagine. I have no idea. Maybe there aren't going to be any labels. Maybe there are going to be even more labels. Maybe, I have no idea. Maybe it's not even going to be a discussion or issue anymore. I literally have no clue. Maybe we're going to be at the same point we are today. It's impossible to know, but it's made me think about that. Then I also have The Dark Forest. This was not as good as the first book in the series, which was kind of disappointing. It definitely had a lot of science elements, a lot of speculation. It has terrible character depth, basically none. Like, I don't know who the characters are, and if there's conversation between two characters, like, I literally don't care who's talking. I'm just looking at the content, you know? This book has a lot of threads, and I think at the end the threads kind of came together, but it's one of those books where, like, all the elements are there. I just wish I could have, like, rewritten this book, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with the writing, but it's just there's so many elements and threads, and I wish they would have made more sense with the context. I wish the main character didn't have this, like, fantasy wife that's just, like, what? Like, it's just so unnecessary and weird, and that whole part should have just been, like, eliminated. You should have done all women a service and just eliminated that part of the book. And those are my general thoughts. There's parts of this book I really, really like, and then there's parts that I'm just like, no, just don't. Like, everything is there. I just wanna, ugh. The last book could turn out really, really well, depending on how it goes. This one kind of suffers from middle book syndrome, but those are all my thoughts. Okay, yay, I finished all the books that I was planning to read this week, which I think is fantastic. I finished all the challenges, and now I'll go through a little mini wrap-up. The first book I finished was Freshwater, which I already read 50 pages before I started. I gave that 5 stars, and it was for the challenge of reading a book that's the color of birthstone. And my birthstone was red. Mary and Frankenstein by Linda Bailey and Julia Sarda. The challenge for reading a book completely outside. It's set in my backyard. 5 stars. Then I finished the first volume in the Wicked and Divine. This for the challenge of reading the first book I touch. 4.5 stars. Then I read I Am Not Your N-Word by James Baldwin and Roel Peck. This one was for reading a book from a genre you want to read more of. And the genre is a bit mixed because I have a few like different. One is like poetry. One is nonfiction. Books by Black authors. I feel like it covers a lot of things I want to read more of. 4.5 stars. Then I finished Such a Fun Age, the audiobook. I actually finished it before, I think. Such a Fun Age, I gave 3 stars. The audiobook is a bit monotone, but yep, happy I read the book club book. Then today I finished the last 2 books. The Danish Girl, which was for the challenge of reading movie I've already seen. I gave this 4 stars. And The Dark Forest, which I just finished. So I didn't finish the last 20 pages technically during the reading rush, because the time is 1:45, but I woke up at 11 today, so like literally if I just woke up an hour earlier, it would count. So I'm gonna count it. I read 530 pages of this during the reading rush, so I'm gonna count it, okay? This is for the challenge of, starts with the V. And Such a Fun Age is for the challenge of reading a book that takes place in another continent. So that's my wrap up. I know that was a bit scattered, but if you've seen my vlogs, you've basically followed everything. I had really fun communicating with the community this time. Like I feel like I've got a lot of new book friends through various forums and chat rooms and places where we've talked. So that's probably been my favorite part this time around, much more than like the other times. So, the reading rush is done. You're watching this and the reading rush is already finished for you, but I hope you've enjoyed my vlogs. I hope you've been enjoying the community, the reading. I hope you haven't put too much stress on yourself. If you have, it's over now. So, that was it. Anyways, and if you didn't get to all your books, that's completely fine. You probably learned something about yourself, and that's valuable no matter what. So, comment down below how it went for you and what was the most positive thing you experienced and felt during this week. And I will talk to you soon. I hope, can't wait for the next reading rush in a year. Woo!